Khan, Shalom. First, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakadash, Yahweh, who the word English calls God, Yahweh Shai, who the word English calls Jesus. When he give a double honor to the apostles, a great millstone who has taught me this truth. When he give a peace and blessings to the Akim across the four corners of the earth who teach this truth and risk their life to do so. It's going to be a quick video. Lord, when the video is edifying, lonely Akim gets some front of this video. A quick video through the spirit. I'm going to grab a couple precepts here in Sirach 13. And if any other precepts come to mind, I'll grab it as well. I always say this, when I do a video on the book of Sirach or the book of Proverbs, right? I call them two building books, right? So, if you want to know how to display wisdom, use wisdom, exercise wisdom, if you want to know how to move and you want gems on how to maneuver in and out of situations in a righteous way, and and play your part as a man of the Lord in his world, Sirach, telling you, is I'm talking about all throughout the book of Sirach is gems, and things that, must be heavily applied, especially, in Babylon, man, okay, in aka America, okay, must be. Right, you live by these rules, man, you'll never fail. Okay, you set your heart, you set your mind on this wisdom, this knowledge, you'll never fail, man. Okay, it's all throughout the book of Sirach. Okay, remember, it's about wisdom, man. It's about knowledge and understanding. That's worth way more than gold. That's worth way more than what anybody could, any money or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Opportunity. Like, you got to think, wisdom, a man's, what scripture say, a man's talents to make room for him. You know what I mean? So, you're going to be given, bros will be given opportunities and things of that nature. You know what I mean? And when you display wisdom, you seize the opportunity. When you use wisdom, you seize the, that's why, bros might got testimonies of people in the world or being around people in the world and they just, it's something different about you, or, somebody just gravitate towards you or something, you know what I'm saying? Whether rich, whether poor, whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? It's just something about you, Yeah, you're illuminated, man. Okay, you receive this knowledge, you receive this truth, okay? You're illuminated in a world full of darkness, right? They spirit, they know they know what's going on. They know what's up, right? They might not know in its totality, but they know it's something different, right? And that's the beautiful thing about this thing. And it makes you different, right? It makes you outstanding, okay? Makes you unique, right? And you have to embrace it and be humble, okay? This is Sirach 13, and this is basically going into the rich man, 13:3. It says, the rich man have done wrong, because you got to think, right? The higher elites of this world, they're rich men, right? Then you got, it's levels to wealth, right? You got, some everyday Edomites, you know what I'm saying? You got some of them that's poor, and a lot of them poor, but you got some that's, that really have the fatness of the earth, which they all, that's their blessing. You know what I'm saying? Usually when a Edomite is down bad, he usually is on drugs or whatever. It's usually his motherfucking fault. You know what I mean? 10 times out of 10. Or a situation, whatever. Right? But at the end of the day, they're not under the curses, so there's really no excuse. Okay, this is Sirach 13:3. It says, the rich man hath done wrong, and yet he threateneth withal. The poor is wrong, and he must entreat also. As a matter of fact, let me get this in. Oh my God, these ads, man, stop it. Let me get this in the GNT. Bro, come on, man, what we doing? Hey, every time I open this app, man, it's always an ad to something, man. And usually I'm able to get up out of it, once I just swipe out of it. But Satan was on it this time. This is Sirach 13. Sirach, 13 and 3. Let's read it in the GNT Sirach. It says, this is Sirach 13 and 3. It says, if a rich person wrongs someone, he can afford to add insult to injury. But if a poor person is wrong, he is forced to apologize for himself. A rich person will use you as long as he can profit from it, Sirach. But when you need him, he will leave you helpless. Hey, bro, I have a testimony about this, which I'll probably get in another video. But this exact situation happened to me, man. And it was a nigga that did it. That was the cold part about the shit, right? But at the end of the day, the Lord, pulled me out of the situation. The Lord, actually added to me. It was really a test, And, Lord willing, the Lord put the Spirit on me to go into, that testimony. You know what I mean? Because it's a great story, okay? It's a great testimony, man. It says, he will live with you as long as you have anything, and will gladly drain you dry. Hey, this is the mindset that these people have in the world, even our people that's rich. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you can't be used, right? If they can't get over it, some niggas, if they can't get over on you, bro, they ain't fucking with you. Because they don't view you as a person. They don't view you as human. They view you as like a number, just like how Esau do, right? At your job, I used to work in the car business, right? Bro, we were nothing but names. We were nothing but just X's and O's, basically. You know what I mean? Nothing but, they didn't give a fuck. And they will replace you. You know what I mean? And and never speak about you again as if you never existed, no matter what you did for the company. You know what I mean? So, as long as they could capitalize a benefit off you, they'll love to have you around. But as soon as they can't capitalize, as soon as you want to do your own thing, which should be beneficial towards you, they ain't fucking with you, man. Right? But that's part of the counsel in the darkness of this world, because the rulers of this world is like that. Amalek is just like that. Amalek play weak, right? They know how to crouch down, play weak when they in need, right? But whole time they got a plan to disrupt shit, to overthrow your country, overthrow the country's beliefs, overthrows the culture, over whatever, add wickedness in there. They have a plan the whole time. That's why scripture said, never trust that enemy, for his iron rust, and so is his wickedness, right? Let's grab that right quick. I think it's a Sirach as well. I think it's Sirach 10. Never trust thy... Yep, Sirach 12 and 10. It's Sirach 12, verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemy. Hold on. Let's get 8. This is good. Sirach 12 and 8. It says, a friend cannot be known in prosperity. When you're doing good, a friend cannot be known, because everybody want to be around you when you're doing good. Just like a woman. Hey, you want to test a woman? Don't buy her nothing. Pretend like you ain't got nothing. If you got 2 whips, one is a flashy whip. One is a A to B get around type gas saver whip. Pull up in a gas saver whip on that first day to see what's going on and see how she treats you. You know what I mean? If she looking at what you got and all that, she ain't fucking with you like that. You know what I'm saying? If she ain't tripping, she might be fucking with you. You know what I mean? But hey, if you pull up in whatever you pull up in, Jay pull up, Hellcat, whatever, right? Oh yeah, she fucking with the car. So, but she gonna make it seem like she fucking with you. She ain't fucking with you, man. Just like, your homies, right? When you're doing good and this and that, everybody want to be around, right? The moment something happened, they ain't fucking with you. You can't get a phone call, nothing. Nada. Right? It says a friend cannot be known in prosperity, and an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity. Yeah, enemies will be there to laugh at you. You know what I'm saying? It says, in the prosperity of a man, enemies will be grieved, but in his adversity, even a friend will depart. In prosperity of a man, enemies will be grieved, be mad, but in his adversity, even a friend will depart. It says, never trust an enemy, for like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Yeah, never trust an enemy, for his iron rusted, so is his wickedness. He's going to betray you in some shape, form, or fashion. 11, it says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, right? It says, take good heed of him, pay attention to him, right? Humble himself, go crouch. Let me read 12. It says, set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him, hey, you can see it on these, bro, you can see it on these niggas too. And these heathen, right? Which is expected from the heathen, right? But these niggas, they're an enemy too. Okay? You can see it in their face, man. I ain't fucking with you, man. I don't think for 1 second that, a nigga in the world is got your best interests at heart. Stop it. Stop it. Because when it come, y'all don't have the same beliefs. When it come down, he ain't got respect for the Lord. You think he gonna have respect for you? Scripture say, love thy neighbor as thyself. You can't love your neighbor if you don't love yourself, and these niggas don't love themselves. It's evident. Look how they treat themselves. Look how they let women treat them. Look what they do. Look how they eat. Look at their habits. Look how they dress. Watch how they smell. Watch how they maneuver and move. Pay attention to, people's self-talk. Like, when they in fucked up situations, how is it woe is me? Is it this? Is it that? Or you try to get out the rut? What is that? He that don't do good to himself, how can he do good to any? Something like that, roughly paraphrasing, But most of these niggas not good to themselves. If they were good to themselves, they would be trying to, understand this truth, which obviously is up to the Most High for them to get it. You know what I mean? But a lot of these niggas don't understand. Look at these niggas' habits, man. Look at their ways. They got vices and all kind of shit, man. Pills and whatever, man. Okay, Sirach 12 and 11, it says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him. All right, Sirach 12. Sirach 12 and 12, I'm tripping. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. See? Looking at they covetous, looking at you, plotting on you. I grew up with niggas like this, man. Been around niggas like this. You can smell it on them. It ain't hard to see. It says, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Okay? Let me go down. Let me go back to GNT. So let's get back to Sirach 13 and 4. It says, a rich man will use you as long as he can profit from it. But when you need him, he will leave you helpless. See, when you need him, he'll leave you high and dry. He will live with you as long as you have anything and will gladly drain you dry. Gladly. There ain't no shame. Right? You would think a nigga want to go get it, want to be or help you or want to go get it by himself. Right? But nah. You are the hustle. It says, if he needs you, he will trick you with his smiles and cheerful, kindly words. Do you need anything? He will ask. He will feed you until you are embarrassed. Finally, when he has drained you 2 or 3 times over, he will laugh at you. If you see him later, he will pretend he doesn't know you and will pass you by. Hey, this is no joke. Okay, this is no joke. That's how they do. Act like they never knew you. Like, damn. Hold on, bro. You just needed this. You just needed that. Now you don't know me? Like, yeah, that's what they do. It's what it is. It's fucked up. And you niggas adopted that from the enemy, man. You niggas are pitiful, man. You niggas are fucking pitiful, man. Real talk. Because you look at your own people, how Esau look at us. And you try to capitalize off the sickness of Jake. Jake fucked up mentally and you want to capitalize off that. You niggas, hey, man, the Lord got y'all number, bro. For real. For real, man, because y'all don't fear the Lord. Well, I said, nigga ain't got your best interest, man. He don't fear the Lord. A man that fear the Lord got your best interest because he know the ultimate judge is weighs the matter. Okay? That's why we're very careful with what we do, to each other and how we act around each other. And, we're very careful, man. We treat each other with the utmost respect. Okay. Even that bro's joke or whatever, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, jokes, it's never personal. It's none of that. You know what I'm saying? Bros, because some bros are closer than others. You know what I'm saying? Some bros are, you would think they're brothers for real. And you think they grew up or knew each other their whole lives. You know what I mean? So some bros just jail, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, regardless how close you is to a brother check you too if you slipping, because it's out of love. Okay? Hey, brother, you going off. Hey, brother, chill with that. Hey, brother, slow down on that. Hey, brother, because, that's real love. A nigga in the world gonna let you slip. Gonna watch you go right into the trap. If he might lay it for you. That's why you got to pray, that the Lord make even your enemies to be at peace with you. He said, but when your ways please him, he make even your enemies to be at peace with you. So always seek to please the Lord, man. We're not perfect. You know what I mean? We're not perfect, but that don't mean we're not supposed to strive for perfection. Okay? That's part of the battle. Okay? Yeah, we slip, we fall, but we get back up again. But the wicked slip into mischief. Okay? Lord willing, that's not us. Lord willing, I get to keep pushing. Lord willing, I get to stay in this truth and keep pushing, man. Lord willing, you sincere Akim get to stay in this truth and keep pushing, man. Lord willing, the Lord deliver, me and my household, same to you, Akim. Lord willing, the Lord deliver, you and your households, man, and watch over you, Akim, man. Hey, so with that, man, Lord, do us at a finally, Akim got something from this video. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Kwakadash, and tell brothers keep pushing on to the next Shalom.